Greetings and hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Tonight is a bit of a special night. For those that know, today is Remembrance Day for AIE. It's kind of our way to remember those. Our gaming community has been around for quite a while. So, as with anything that's been around for a while, we tend to lose people over time. And what I mean, like lose people, they pass. And so today is a special day where we remember those that we have lost over time. But before we delve into that, first I guess I'll talk to myself and tell you all my week. It's been pretty normal. Let's see. I raid in World of Warcraft. I've been raiding on my DK as a tank, and then a hunter for their second team, trying to help them have the numbers. I've actually been fairly impressed on my hunter actually being competent, I guess. It's definitely a huge difference from being a tank to doing range damage in a raid. But I've been enjoying it. Let's see. Sunday had a small kind of like a. Not, I don't know if I would say personal, but only three of the players were able to show up for the game. We still delved forward. We had fun. We did things. They learned stuff. I hope It sounded like they were picking up what I was putting down, which is always what I'm hoping for as a DM. That I'm not too cryptic. Well, yes, I want them to try to figure out my puzzles. I don't want to make the puzzle so hard they don't figure anything out. But that's been most of my week. I really can't think of much else going on. Obviously, Nikitas is not going to be here tonight. He is on vacation. He hopefully will be back next week. I have a question because he's starting a new job. I'm not 100% sure what his new work schedule is as of yet. If worst case scenario, it will be another solo show next Monday. But the next show we're going to go into Tetryon builds. I'll remind you at the end of the episode. But all right. So this week in STO. The event for Hold the Line at Pavo is still ongoing. It is the current featured event. It does add to your event campaign for the year-long event campaign. You will get at the end of this, the console Universal Crystal Prism. This is supposed to be similar to one of the kit modules that they did in the past. So if you have that for the ground and you liked it, this gives you a space console that hopefully is something you'll like. I don't know how good or bad it is. I mean, it'll have to be something people will test and tinker, and so on and so forth. But you also will get 3 of the featured TFO boxes, and those will come with your choice of whether you want specialization points or if you want an enhanced universal tech upgrade. So, and then there's always the dilithium. Dilithium is always beneficial because you get 25,000 dilithium for completing it for the first time. Then every day after you get, it starts out at 8,000 and then climbs 1,000 dilithium each day as you continue. So it is a decent way to rack up dilithium and get dilithium onto some of your other captains. Definitely a good way to go. You can do the buyout. It is a Zen buyout on this one, unlike the summer event, which was they had a Lobby buyout, but for some reason, I've heard some bugs out there for certain people have been unable to do the buyout, which is unfortunate. Hopefully that gets resolved, but I don't know. It's hard to say. I would say if you're affected by this, maybe submit a report and hopefully they can help you. I don't know if they'll get to you in a timely manner, but hopefully they'll let you get some leeway and get the buyout taken care of. Also, they announced there's a new ship going into the Lobby store. I unfortunately could not find it in the store itself. It is the command. They posted the article as "Command the Courage." It is based off of a ship from one of the shows. Obviously, it's the Freedom Class Exploration Frigate. It supposed to be in the Lobby store. They had an intro price bundle, 20% off all the Lobby store ships. Again, I don't know if I'm just overlooking it or whatnot. I don't have enough Lobby to buy it, so it's not like it's something I can technically. But I would imagine it's 900 Lobby once I stop overlooking wherever it is. But I assumed it would just been put on the top of the list. Don't know that there. No, I don't have any filters, so it's not that. But yeah, there are all kinds of other ships in here to buy too. So if you're looking for that, hopefully you can find it if you want it. But again, like I said, it's supposed to be 900. I would imagine 900 Lobby. I can't 100% confirm since I can't find it. But yeah, that is the news for STO. I'm gonna go ahead and go into fleet news while I'm here, so that way we can just go into Remembrance Day, and then not have to worry about this later. Here, oh hey, wow, you guys are just killing it, people. As I am queuing up new projects, because we are getting close to. So this is what the fleet director, admin type person gets to see. So we're upgrading the morale, which is going to have a nice 8-day countdown. You guys have already fully completed it. It was started like I don't even know, not even that long ago. Like I had put that in there, and it's already counting down. You guys are crazy sometimes, in a good way. So. And then we have the renewable energy. It's almost there. It's getting close. So that's cool. You guys, we're moving right along. This upgrade, go back to the morale, will unlock the Lucari Bridge officers. I don't know how good or bad they are. I know everyone really wants the ones from the Kentari Bridge officers, which is the tier 5. So yeah. I think something. Let's see. Once we unlock this, I thought there was a ship or. Oh, wait, there's a chef unlock that we can get, but so we have everything else. For those that don't know, we have pretty much everything else unlocked. I am essentially, for most of the others, I keep trying to make sure we have enough provisions so people can buy stuff. On the starbase, we are constantly moving forward. As anyone that has been part of a fleet, the tier 5 is the biggest hurdle. I mean, it makes sense. Essentially, it took you to get to 150,000 experience to get to the tier 5. Then from, or no, maybe it was 100,000. Then it goes from 100,000 to 250,000. You have to have over, basically, it's a little over double. Yeah. But I think that is all. I mean, you guys are killing it on the holdings, so we are moving forward. Are people having problems being in the same space? I see some of us are here. The Grey Council. I don't know if they are going to join us here soon. So, as part of, I will go ahead and hop over into, or unmute myself in Discord so they can hear me, other than just listening through here. So, just give me a second. All right, guys, how's it going? So, everyone here?
I'm not at the fleet. I got kicked out of the game in the middle of transwarping to the fleet, so it put me back out at the outside the Sol system, 4.90 light years away.
Okay. Well, you're in party. Let's see. I think we have everyone online in party. Um, so for those I did a very brief at the top of the show, like Remembrance Day, Summer of Love. Summer of Love, we kind of celebrate being, our community being together, getting to know people, making friends, and being our community. Alea Iacta Est. Uh, we are in. I don't know that I can count high enough on how many games we're in. You name a game, we probably are in it. Essentially, we are open to everyone, and if you are looking for a community open or a community to join in whatever game, Division 2, uh, SWOTOR, WoW, name a game, go check out aie-guild.org. Today is Remembrance Day, which is the being a community that has been around as long as we have. Unfortunately, we lose people because life is what it is. I mean, it's unfortunate, and today's kind of a way to honor those that we have lost over time. So what we are going to do here in STO is we're going to head to Wolf 359 to go to the memorial there, have a moment of silence. If anyone has a story about anyone that you know or have lost from the community, feel free to tell a story after the moment of silence. Just take your turns. I mean, yeah. If it's too personal for you, you don't have to do this. So don't feel obligated. It's just, yeah. Once we are done there, I will then continue on and go to the other memorials, which means I'll go to Earth Space Dock and show you the memorial there again, and then go to Vulcan to the memorial there, and I will then end with the memorial on Kronos. So we all looks like Darren's already at Wolf 359. So
System number 1.
let's go ahead and set our course to Wolf 359. I was going to. I'm not great at setting my warp speed a specific number. I know there's like a console command type you can type in. I was going. The goal is to go. I was going to put the throttle roughly at 50%, so close to warp 5 is what I'm going for. I like I said, if I knew the console command, I could just give it to you all so we could do warp 5.
I didn't even know Star Trek Online had the console commands.
Let's go ahead and start moving. Once I see everyone with me, I will speed up a little. Does anyone want to share anything? Any stories from those that you have met, and may have, may not be with us anymore?
I guess I can go. I'm still pretty new to this guild, so I don't really have anybody in particular in mind that knows about this guild. But I got started at the beginning of the game, and I met up with the Jupiter Force group through the Stoked podcast, and one of our guild leaders passed away a few years back, and it's he was really into Star Wars Galaxies too, but that's how a lot of us knew him through through the game and through that. He stayed a long time in Star Trek, but he eventually kind of went back to the Star Wars stuff later on. I don't know the details around it. His name was Alan in real life, and I believe he was Irish Dark Shadow on in the communities around. But yeah, it was like kind of a sudden thing, and he wasn't very old, so it was kind of took us all by surprise, and just kind of miss his humor, miss his gameplay, and just all around good guy. And we'll miss him. That's all I had. I've had some other guys in various guilds that have some health issues, but luckily no one has passed in the gaming world that I'm aware of.
Well, thank you for sharing. It's like this is always one of those, I don't know, I guess somber events. It kind of always hits a special spot for me because I lost my nephew right before when I. Sorry.
No, man, take your time.
So, yeah, this always happens not far, like after the, I guess, anniversary. And it's not really that, but, you know. So, this has always been a special event because, well, yes, I mean, he did game, but it did, makes this mean a bit more to me because there are so many people we meet in the game. Some of them you may not know where they went, what happened, and yeah, it's you always hope for the best, but unfortunately, sometimes that's not the case. But I know our community has lost several. I was like, I don't know if there is someone. I hate to say keeping a list. I don't know that that's the great a memorial, I guess, list, so to speak, to keep help us remember those we've lost. Because yeah, there's just been so many over time. Like, I mean, at first it was one, and then the longer this goes, the longer the. I mean, everyone kind of means something. So unfortunately, I probably don't get to know them as well as I could or should. Well, like everybody, because I'm more in STO. I know like the WoW faction. I was more active in it, and that is one of our largest groups. I don't know if that's still the largest, but I would imagine yes. Anyone else? As I make everyone all sad and I know other guilds or other games are having their Remembrance Day as well. I guess we could technically join the big community Remembrance Day channel. I will probably mute myself so that in Discord, so that way they
I
can
was
talk.
up there before I saw you guys taking off. So
You would hear more of the stories and such. Yeah. How about once we get to Wolf 359, we'll do our moment of silence, and then we can join them up there. So
Yeah, that'll work. But yeah, I mean, we spend our off time with gamers, and it definitely will affect you. So definitely take the time you need to remember those people.
as I am chatting with Max in text. Don't know. Did he come into game? Yes, he is. Here, so he can be in the same. Max is probably already up there in the big, yeah. Okay. Go ahead and enter Wolf 359. For those that don't know what Wolf 359 is, and you're watching the stream, I guess you need to watch more Star Trek stuff. It was in lore the massive battle to stop the Borg from getting to Earth. And there is been a memorial put here for that. And you can fly through all of the remnants of ships. I remember more remnants, though, than I'm seeing now. But they put this here as a memorial, so. All right. Going to do a quick moment of silence for those we have lost. I'll say about 90 seconds seems about right. I will be back vocal after that. Okay. Let's all hop up into the Remembrance Day channel and here. Let's all hop up into the Remembrance Day channel and join the rest of the AIE guild for today.
Explain.
She
Some of
said-
these
she
leaders
said
are
she
off
was-
helping people get.
All right, so you're gonna hear a lot of talk. Some groups are still getting together, planning things, but we are now here.
Are we ready for those processions?
Time for the processions to begin.
Clearly, we were way ahead.
They go ahead and talk and reminisce and share funny stories of people who we might have lost, may not have lost, and just lost touch. What you had for lunch today?
So this morning, like early in the morning, I walked into my kitchen and I posted the video and I found one of the little kittens that I've been taking care of from Mama Cat literally impersonating Garfield today. I feel
Was it in a lasagna pan?
No, she was hanging off of the screen door that I've got between my little office.
Oh, like Garfield back in the day, I used to find those like little Garfield plushies stuck on the back window of a car.
Very much so.
Of course, if you're watching the stream, you get to see a couple of the games that were in the procession that's going on, or processions, plural.
I'm glad to see we've got some alliance with us tonight.
That's going to be interesting to go to Orgrimmar with them.
Well, we can be outside the back gate.
Yeah.
Yep, we've started doing that the last couple years. In World of Warcraft, as we've expanded, yeah. I'm looking here, we have almost half alliance, which is nice.
I love your backpack there, Gusty.
I covet your mask. I would steal it if I could.
Ralph was a PvP god. He helped me get my warrior.
Nice.
I
Yeah,
remember.
we have a mixture of Republic and Empire on Sotar too. I like it. We should all get along.
I remember hearing a story about Ralph and how
Just
during-
one.
Well, it was about him and during either a NerdCon or such at the Guild Hall during BlizzCon, where he was playing with a bunch of the kids of people, the little shoots and ladders and stuff games. I'm like, I knew. People say I knew him, but I don't remember him. That's what I dislike the most about my memory is I will forget people. But I know he made such an impact on people that he will not be forgotten.
I remember Wondertacular about Ralph. He brought an Apple TV and everything hooked up to the there, and set up a whole event called the Derp Olympics, and it was awesome. It was essentially just competitive iPhone games on the TV, but with Ralph, he had it all planned out, and even had the name for everything. The dude definitely had a great way of like branding things and naming things. A lot of our fun things that we do in the guild are have been named by him.
He had a knack for the acronyms, didn't he?
Yes, he was the one who coined the GURP process, correct?
The
And
acronyms.
Oh, during the Great Guild Sundering, yes.
The what process?
So,
Process.
so
GURP.
this was back a few years ago when, prior to there being co-guilds, we had one ginormous guild, and the database would only list 500 people. So there was a point where we didn't even know how many members we actually had because the listing just quit after 500. So
Like Jurassic Park.
yeah. So Blizzard announced that they would be putting a hard cap on a guild at 500, and we had approached, Blizzard saying, "Hey, so how's that going to work with a guild that could be, we don't know if we're well, actually, I think at that time we were like numbering around like 5,000 characters in the guild," and they were like, just give us a big shrug. It might work, it might not. We don't know.
The GURP process, though, was the guild expansion. We used to have a process in the very beginning when we wanted to start to expand the guild into other games. And we'd make sure that it was a game that was sort of right for AIE, and can we really support it? We've gotten so good at it these days we don't use the GURP process anymore, but GURP was also, it's the name of one of Scott Johnson, one of the founders of the original guild, is one of his characters. His very first character in World of Warcraft was named GURP. So as we do in a lot of places still around AIE, come up with the acronym first. So GURP was the acronym, and then you back into it what it means. So then it was like guild expansion, recruiting process, or something like that.
I think that's called a retronym.
Yeah, a backronym or a retronym. Yeah.
The only time where that didn't happen was the Great Firdoff, when said guild sundering happened, and we were built the first initial co-guilds, and he actually wrote an add-on that all the officers were using at the time.
Greenwall?
It wasn't Greenwall. There was this one channel that I think it was like there was the AIE LFO channel, and we had broken up the guild into, I think, 6 sub guilds and listed them. So all the officers had this little add-on running, and all it would take is for someone to go into this channel and just basically yell out "FERT." FERT being Scott Johnson's favorite way of discussing about certain bodily function. So we had thousands upon thousands of people FERTing all over general chat, AIE LFO channel. And I believe like a lot of the officers were on like marathon 24 hours a day just to make sure that people can get into their subsequent correct co-guild.
Scott has a unique way with names.
Four letters and some kind of bodily function?
Well, I remember he would always say Stabby McGillicuddy or
Stabby McStabby Stab?
Yeah.
Just coming back to join the rest of the fleet.
He would enjoy the new raid. One of the bosses I have dubbed Stabby McFloorpants.
we should have a raid encounter where you must fight a giant tauren riding a little like playground tiger wearing nothing but like a banana hammock and a mariachi hat. True story.
I would fight that boss.
I would just sit there and emote hugs at it.
That too.
So Memorial Walk update. It looks like the Star Wars group is down in the valley.
Where did they walk to?
Bridge. So we start from Remembrance Point and we just walk down into the valley onto one of the bridges, and that's where we sort of set off our fireworks.
So you actually have a place called Remembrance Point. That makes it easy, doesn't it?
Well, we call it that. We've been going it. For
Oh, okay.
for 9 years now. But it's that place in the mountains that looks out over the mountains and Alderaan. I see Final Fantasy has reached their destination. It looks like.
I see Lars is sitting in Dan Kenya's home on the stream.
So is it their final
And whose
destination?
stream is Lars showing that on?
On the AIE stream, I see a little picture. Lars Gagner.
Oh, he posted that in Discord. Great, good to see.
Yeah.
So yes, many games are streaming. I think Max is trying to compile them into a multi-stream.
I will say one of the things I love that's happened recently is the Dungeons and Dragons groups that we've been doing.
Yeah. That's really been a hit. We've got a few groups that run regularly now, and that's been one of the ways that we've expanded in the last year. Started some Dungeons and Dragons groups. Started some every 2 weeks there's a board game night that's open to everyone. It's every other Thursday. We've done more just of like we had our streaming event where we were streaming casual games, just like Jackbox games, having a whole bunch of fun with that kind of stuff. The one thing I really miss, that I really truly miss and hope we get back before too long, is a lot of the in-person stuff that we used to do. There will be some in-person stuff coming up by fall for a couple things. There's going to be I believe a Boston meetup that Marcus is organizing.
Woohoo, Boston!
And then I really hope we get another AIE Guild, big AIE Guild meetup maybe next year in Utah. If anyone is not familiar with that, this is going back a few years now. There were probably 8 years, 6 to 8 years of community events. It was AIE plus the Frog Pants Podcast Network. A little bit of a con that would happen. In the last few years it happened, it was in the mountains in Utah.
They have airports in Utah?
Salt Lake City is a pretty big city. The mountains are beautiful.
Salt Lake does indeed have an airport. I know. I was stranded there for 24 hours.
I'm so sorry.
I remember just something clicked in my head with one of the old instance shows, and them talk about, yeah, make sure you drink a lot of water because it will drain out of you quickly.
Yep, and it's at altitude and that kind of thing. It was a blast. We had an AIE running group, even that.
No, you had an AIE running group.
There was at least
This is
2
Ham
of
and
us
Villa.
every day. There was at least 2 of us every day, and some days more.
To add to that, there's now the AIE Fitbit group, upon which I'm always grumbling that I can never seem to beat Bach, because who exactly walks 24,000 steps in a day?
Oh, Bach's amazing.
Mal, probably.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mal does, yeah.
Well, I work in retail, so there's a good chance I might.
He's got to find a puppy, and then just put your little Fitbit on the puppy.
That's called cheating, and we don't do that in AIE.
No, we don't get caught in AIE.
No, but there's a lot of different things. I know that here down in Southern California, we're talking about having a giant, well, at least not by giant, but like get together to go watch Dune in IMAX when it comes out.
You're in SoCal?
Yep.
So am I.
What part? It's a lot. I'm in Pasadena.
I know the area.
I'd be west of you.
And I'd be north of both of you. I'm up in Lancaster.
I'm at the west end of the San Fernando Valley.
So, Dune, IMAX.
When?
We're working it out because we need to find out, because we're kind of spread everywhere between like the Inland Empire here in LA and of course now you in the Valley. So probably it's going to be somewhere probably in the Inland Empire to make, because there's a bigger contingent there. But we just need to find a suitable IMAX theater to go watch that. Which, by the way, as Max was saying, we're kind of spreading out into different avenues. Definitely check out like the Sci-Fi Fantasy Book Club, because although we haven't had a chance to actually get together and have a book discussion because everyone's schedules are crazy and there's a bunch of things going on, everyone seems to like, yeah, we unilaterally decided to, hey, we're going to go read Dune. We're going to marathon Dune before the movie starts.
We had one book club discussion so far. It was just me and Lank, but we had it.
That is true.
Is that the same as the running group?
No.
A quick question here.
Yep.
How many games are we running the procession in right now?
Star Wars,
42.
World of Warcraft, Star Trek.
Lotro does not have a procession,
Final
but fireworks
Fantasy.
are being set off.
Yeah, so four actual processions, and then just additional meetups in Guild Wars, Lord of the Rings, and ESO.
Okay.
So seven total games for processions.
8 because Classic Burning Crusade has somebody in it.
Correct.
And he walked by himself.
Oh, do we have anybody with us here in WoW as we approach Orgrimmar who's brought the fireworks? Because I parked an alt with a bunch of fireworks in Orgrimmar. Sounds like it's time to. Good planning for my part. She'll get to do her thing.
Yeah, we've got a lot less people in WoW than we have in the past for obvious reasons. So
For obvious reasons. When we did our running of the beef yesterday, one of our stops was to visit the new NPC, Field Marshal Stonebridge.
Running of the beef?
In her spot. Running of the beef. It is
I didn't know beef could run.
They can't. I believe Tauren might have been one of the first races to do.
Yep, it was one of the original races.
It was one of the original fun events that was put together sort of on the side as we were sort of inventing Summer of Love. We said, well, what kind of player events should we be having in a game like World of Warcraft? And somebody came up with
I think it was
the
Sai, right?
Running of the Bulls kind of event with Tauren, and they called it Running of the Beef, and it spread to many games. I think we have had running of the gnomes. We've had running of.
We've done trolls a couple times. We've done gnomes at least once.
We've done it in Star Wars. And
Yes, we did.
Made a muscly dude and called it Running of the Beefcake.
Ooh.
Did we do one in? Did we do one in Eve, which was essentially just a Scott Johnson look like contest?
A what?
Wow.
I don't know if it was that. I know definitely we had an event where we basically invited a siren to join, and the joke was how many times we can bump her ship or blow her up.
So
also ran around in
what other
rifters,
fun
see how long we could stay alone.
So what other fun events have we had this last week?
Well, we did Running of the Beef last night, and we had a battle pet safari before that, collecting on both Alliance and Horde side. People got together and we got 11 different pets for people. Not everybody got all of them because some only one dropped, and a couple of toys that are really fun. And those are the two I know about.
Yeah.
Local
had
did a
Yes.
concert.
We had an epic map night.
What made it
What was the
epic?
map night?
We just had tons of people having tons of fun
Two
on
group,
there.
at least.
I think we had 2 full groups, and we almost had to break into 3.
Yeah. ESO had a fun night on Friday, killing dragons, among other things. Touring some houses. That was very cool. Corley set up a really amazing and one of my favorite guild events that we've done across any game. We've done it in a couple games now, called the Amazing Race. Quite a complicated event over the course of 2 hours, where you get clues to locations and then challenges when you get there, and roadblocks and clues to the next location. You race around the galaxy. We did fun nights.
That sounds really fun.
In Star Trek and Guild Wars. We had those as well. Tonight in Star Trek after the Remembrance Day. I think they're going to continue with a special edition of the Star Trek podcast. So if people aren't familiar,
Someone had
there's
fireworks.
the official AIE podcast, and then there's 3 other AIE affiliated podcasts, which are two in Star Wars, Working Class Nerds, and the SWTOR Escape podcast, and then the Fleet Action Report podcast. And these are all AIE podcasts that have grown up over the course of the past few years. So that's fun. Did I miss anything else? We had quite a bit going on this week.
Can I so if all the processions are done, I would like to invite the Final Fantasy crew to move to teleport over to the Free Company house. And if you are here as a guest, you've been following along with us, you are welcome to come along as well. We're in the Shirgani district, 10th Ward, Lot 31. Shirgani, 10th Ward, Lot 31.
I'm heading out to grab my fireworks character. Be right back to the folks outside org.
So I'm going to try and launch ESO. So if I disappear, that's because my computer can't take it.
Alexia, what toy is that you have that's doing the fireworks?
In Star Wars?
Yeah, hang on.
Yeah.
I have mute issues. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
I'll be doing fireworks here once they are starting about there. Just if any of the STO guys also have fireworks, are welcome to launch the fireworks as well. It is an item that was given out a while ago. But
Celebration mishap.
Celebration? Okay.
With all the flames and the blasts of fireworks everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Is that on the
Celebration
anniversary
mishap.
vendor too? Or?
I don't know where that one is. That's an old one.
Yeah, it is an old one. It might be on the cartel market.
It's a cartel item.
Yeah, I think that's where I got it.
The fun of that one is you open up, large chests and crates of fireworks at your feet, and then you accidentally blow them all up and set them all up at once. And everything
see
catches
it.
on fire and explodes.
Celebration mishap.
380 cartel coins.
Oh, that's not bad.
And it's unlimited use, and you can keep spamming it over and over.
And then I unlocked it for all my characters, so I have it everywhere.
Evan, who set the room up like this?
Doris and myself, we spent some time working on this last night.
The fireworks in WoW were all crafted, right?
Some were purchased from the Dark Moon Fair.
Is that going on in WoW at the moment?
It is. Grab your extra rep.
Are you all flying around in Orgrimmar?
We're right outside the back door because we have
there we
some
go.
alliance with us.
Yes.
So we have fireworks toy here
That's
that I'm
awesome.
gonna.
I did that for a session a couple times. It's fun. It's really cool that we have so many games that you have to choose which ones you're going to enter.
Yeah, I love seeing the pictures from all the different places.
All
right, somebody put down the thing that makes everyone
we
drunk.
are at an hour. I don't know.
And we got
this
some
could go
parasols
on.
with us.
I'm also putting out the bubbles for you.
This could also go out for quite a while. I'm going to go ahead and start launching the fireworks. We others are still going and whatnot. We have hit an hour on streaming. I'm going to go ahead and probably end it here. But I will still probably be in game. Yeah. So it's traditional that we do. We launch fireworks to kind of celebrate the end, to let people know. I think that the stories are done. So.
Everyone joining. This was a very, very well attended event. Very, very happy to see it. So appreciate that, everyone. I think I'll go ahead and stop the stream. We'll try to get a version of this out on the Guild YouTube channel. Last weekend, that was also up on the Guild YouTube channel as well.
Okay, that's Max. He's talking. He's finishing up. He streams his stuff. If you are kind of curious on some of the stuff going on in the Alea Iacta Est, definitely check out on the YouTube channel. There is the AIE podcast. So yeah. Search for Alea Iacta Est podcast or AIE podcast. But from here, thank you all for coming, participating. I'm going to go ahead and now head over to Vulcan quick, and then I'll go show you the also go to the memorial and yeah, go to Vulcan, go to Kronos, show you the memorials. Not hard to get to. But I will be ending the stream here after I do the memorial runs. Remember, next week we'll be doing a Tetryon setup, where to get weapons, consoles, whatnot. But yeah, so all right, so should be getting to Vulcan here. Load up. Anyone that sticks around afterwards, I will be doing the daily quick, and then I will probably be and then probably taking off for the night. Everyone's welcome to join me with the daily, though. Okay. I'm going to mute the Discord for now because I can't concentrate. But yeah, definitely thank you all for even with the special episode showing up, hanging out, spending the time, remembering those, yeah, and being patient with me and my blubbering. You know, come on. Like I said, next week will be the Tetryon build. I know I will probably be on my Klingon tune for that because he has my Tetryon set up. I took some of the consoles and stuff that he had and made it. Okay, to find the memorial, it is down the hill. But if you have any questions for me about AIE right now, that'd be feel free to ask. But and here we go, the memorial for Spock. Live long and prosper. And go ahead and I will head over to Kronos. So I'm going to change my characters. I believe he might be at Kronos. If not, I can get there quick. Oh, no, he's in the Alpha Quadrant. Just do that quick. And so you have the big statue there on Vulcan, with the live long and prosper in memory of Spock / Leonard Nimoy. And then here, gotta get close enough to the planet so we can beam down. And it's in First City that you want to go to for the memorial there. It is in the main square, so it is similar Yeah, it's right here. Similar to the one that is on our space dock, except obviously Klingon based. Got the emblem. So you can look at it here with the sayings, quotes, and then you can see all the dates from all those part of Star Trek that have come and gone. So anyway, like I said, this is going to be the end of the episode. Again, thank you all for watching, being patient, and yeah, tell someone you love them. Anyway, live long and prosper.